Suspected resident of Okwama community on 14 March ambushed and murdered the commanding officer of 181 Army Amphibious Battalion, 2 majors, 1 captain and 13 soldiers. The troops were attacked while responding to a distress call arising from a clash between Okwama and Okoloba community in the southern state. In response, the Defense Headquarters on Thursday declared 8 suspects wanted over the murder of the military personnel, including the traditional ruler of Ewu Kingdom in the Ughelli South local government area of Delta State.
All right, thank you very much for joining us live back in the studio. And I have a guest in the studio. He's a public, political, and a business analyst from OBAF Associates, live from our London studio. Mr. Paulson Wisdom, thank you very much. We're very delightful to have you on the program. Quickly, let's go to the talks at hand. The situation in the Delta communities where the military, 17 soldiers were confirmed dead from that incident. And it's a big concern to Nigerians what the situation is. Why were unarmed military men involved? It seems there's a process, especially when we have peacekeeping agencies and as well as the police who can take proper action on those kind of issues. Can you tell Nigerians why the military were involved in such situations?
Yes, that's a very quick one. With a lot of rumors have been going on about the military intervention in the community in Niger Delta. Actually, I will give my insight and more of the detail of what has been happening in the scenario of what people think about, Nigerians, the civilians. Always one way to the truth and the other way opposite it. There was illegal mining of petroleum, actually. And those mineral resources actually there. So some of the youth, which call themselves the militants, and some of the communities have been making some illegal money from this illegal mining around the community with these mineral resources and petroleum and sort of. So the military were actually sent to do an investigation or a sit-down conversation with them, but due to the fact that these militants or a group of youths, which are cultists, actually feels like their pockets are much more important than what the military intervention will do. So some military went unarmed and actually went to have a conversation or a sit-in just to have an insight of everything going on. So they actually attacked those military that went unarmed, killing them. Wow, that is very, 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 very inappropriate.
Quite the insight on that one. Let's be clear. What has the military, especially the Defense Headquarters, what are the clarification or the justification on alleged attacks on those villages, or let's say retaliation by the military? These villages seems to have unrest at the moment because of the heavy military involvement in those communities. What is the justification from the military instead of Nigerians will expect more investigations rather than those kind of high-handedness from the military?
All right, thank you. A lot of people actually felt the military retaliated, but let's hold up a bit and look at the scenario in this way. If it were the military before, where the bedrock of the military are not disciplined, because ever since the military in Nigeria have been formed, the bedrock is discipline, and another thing is chain of command. This is something whereas they are very, very obedient to their command.